Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the door. Stay clear of the door. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail Podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and this is episode number 236 of the Monday Morning Monorail Podcast. Today's Monday, January the 20th, 2025, and we have a jam-packed monorail for you today. Just can you visualize what the express monorail looks after Happily Ever After? It's that jam-packed on today's show. That's what it's going to be like, but it's going to be fun and a lot less smelly. And I am just excited to get to the news today. So before we do that, we got to welcome in all the monorail co-pilots. And let's start with Steffers. Steffers, welcome to the monorail. How you doing?
Hello, it's me. I'm here. And I'm dressed. We're all themed today, but I am dressed in my Disney swooter. And Gimli is in the background. And you can actually see us if you head to our YouTube, Monday Morning Monorail.
That's right. Bringing the video back. It's happening, everybody. We promised, and we deliver on our promises. That's what we do on the monorail. I'm very, very excited.
Well, you know, if you aren't watching, then you missed me sniff myself. And really, that's quality content here on the pod. What? You said we weren't stinky. I had to make sure.
I mean, I deodorized. I assumed you all did too. But
I mean, listen, I had to double check. Sometimes you kind of throw your clothes on and you forget to deodorize. I did not. Just fun fact. But like sometimes it happens. See, Landon's face says, did I put on deodorant today? See?
Well, let's bring him in to defend himself because we have to discuss all of this. Everybody knows Landon is. I've typically said Landon's the best smelling one on the monorail. So now let's really get into it. Landon the Dawsdone, welcome back to the monorail. How are you doing, and how do you smell?
I don't know if we really need to get into either of that, how I'm doing, or particularly how I smell, but I am in fact wearing my degree today, so
Nice.
I am in fact deodorized. Hi everybody, coming from the isolation station love. It's me, it's the DOZ, Landon the Dawsdone, and it's a Monday morning. You know what that means.
You know what it means, and it means good smelling deodorant. Let me ask you something, Landon. You said degree. Is that really your brand of choice?
That is in fact my
You
smell
have a degree in
of
degree
choice. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's set up. Amazon delivers it to me every couple of months, so I don't even have to worry about going to the Target.
See, this
So,
is smart. Yeah, I don't set up.
Do the same thing. I do the same.
You do that
exact
too?
thing. Yeah, not for degree. I'm allergic to degree. I have to use native.
Native. Okay. So in my experience, and I think native is one of those, is it more like a natural kind of a deodorant brand?
Yes.
So it means, translated to doesn't really work very well. Like natural deodorants. Yeah, I've gone back and forth. Here's the thing. I'm a big fan of we're not sponsored by any of these. I'm a big fan of Dove for Men products because I feel like they work well for me, and I trust that maybe they're a little better for your skin than some of this other stuff. But the Dove for Men deodorant all stinks. Like, I hate it. I don't like any of it. Maybe I just haven't found a good one. But
Cucumber?
trusty Old Spice is what I've gone back to now because they've got some
Really?
very good scents. Yeah.
They
like
do
their-
have good sense, but you're talking about like Steffers was talking about. I think you made reference to it. It doesn't jive with your skin. Yeah, at one time I was an Old Spice man, but then I became an Old Spice with rashes man. So not a great thing, particularly under the arms.
No.
Not great.
No, you don't
Thank you,
want
sir.
that.
Yeah,
No, you don't want that.
you don't. But speaking of deodorant though, do recommend the spray deodorants when you're visiting the theme parks. I'm really full circling this so that it's at
Yes.
least related to
Perfect.
theme parks. I do use the Dove travel size spray. That's just like a nice, because respectfully, y'all, as long as you reapply sunscreen, you need to reapply your deodorant. And some people don't do that. And like, that's fine if you think that your deodorant lasts all day. I will be the first to admit that mine does not. So I have the travel Dove, which is really easy because I bring a park bag to Disney anyway. And I just little because it dries you and it makes you smell good.
Yeah. I
How
think
does
this
it
is a
go
great
again,
tip.
Steffers?
And just listen. And it's on my Amazon storefront.
No. What's the sound that
Oh,
it makes?
do. Listen, don't judge me for my sound effects. I don't need that here.
Duke
Anyway.
goes the deodorant.
I too do own one can of spray deodorant, and I will admit it is an Axe body spray. And I only bought it because I was talking to Steffers before we started recording. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of when I lived at work, aka Camp Cumulus, for a week and a half. And on this day 1 year ago, I was able to be jailbroken, and I was able to go stay at a hotel a whole weekend. And let me tell you, I never thought a Holiday Inn would be an embassy suite or just a regular Plano hotel room would be like a presidential suite. But after you have to live at work for a week and a half,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's where it's at. And that is, in fact, where I got my Axe body spray. I think it's Black Axe or Black Ice or something smell, because showering wasn't really an option at work. And after you live somewhere for a week and a half without showering, it's not great. Not great.
Oh, man. Good
you
thing
are the definition of stinky. I have no idea. How did we get here? I don't know.
Oh, we just started with deodorant. Not. But I do want to mention, Steffers, you and Landon both are on the Amazon delivery train of getting your, the things that you need regularly delivered on
easy
schedule,
clap,
which is
easy breezy, beautiful.
Yeah, that's very smart. It's not something I've started doing. And Landon, just building on the fact that you're talking about, you needed some spray because you were going to go stay at a hotel for a couple nights and you didn't have access to that. This is a great segue to some wonderful Monday Morning Monorail news that I'm very happy to share. We've been teasing it. Actually, last week I gave a very obvious tease for this because this is something we've kind of been working on. But I am thrilled to announce, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first ever affiliate with the Monday Morning Monorail Podcast. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to Disney World and you get to the room and you realize, oh, I forgot my deodorant, or hey, I'd like to stock this mini fridge with beers or whatever it may be.
Water? Hello?
You do you. You do you. I'm not judging. Whatever you need.
It can be both, Steffers.
Yes, but the fact that he went to beer first instead of water, hydration? Hello?
Hey,
I
beer's
mean,
mostly water.
It is,
Right.
and you're on vacation, so calories don't count. And plus, depending on what type of beer you get, it is practically water, to Jay's point. I mean, have you ever had a Coors Light?
Oh, that's my favorite.
Anyway.
Anyway, it does happen that you go stay, especially, hey, maybe you're staying at a DVC room and you've got like a little kitchenette and maybe you want to cook a little, some of your meals in your room, maybe breakfast or whatever it may be, but you don't have your groceries. You can't just run to the grocery store. You could, but maybe you don't want to leave property. Well, I have a solution for you, my friends. Vacation Grocery Delivery is the Monday Morning Monorail preferred delivery service, and they are offering a promo code for our friends, our Monorail fam. They love you guys so much, just like we do, and we are happy to announce that if you are staying at Walt Disney World and you need groceries delivered to your hotel room, you can use Vacation Grocery Delivery by visiting www.vacationgrocerydeliveryfl.com and use the code DISMORNINGS, DISMORNINGS, for $5 off any grocery order delivery and $10 off any 2 items on the magical extras. You have to finalize your order 3 days before delivery. So if you're on a short trip and you forgot to do this, it's not going to work for you. But thinking ahead, planning ahead, you can schedule your deliveries. And just to let you know, these people get you. This company is actually run by former Disney cast members, and their services actually go beyond groceries. You can order strollers, coolers, even birthday cakes from this service. So check out Vacation Grocery Delivery, and don't forget to use the code DISMORNINGS for $5 off any order. How was that?
That
Not
was
bad,
cute.
right?
I love that
Pretty
for
good.
us.
Pretty good.
I think we
Yeah.
nailed it. I think we nailed it. Also, I just want to emphasize that this company is run by former cast members. So you're not only getting something really convenient, like you're getting the convenience of it all, but you get to support people who, are all about the magic. So
Mm-hmm.
why
Yeah,
not?
Yeah, they understand why you're down there. They know you don't want to
Mhm.
leave that Disney bubble. They want to bring what you need to you so you can enjoy the most while you're down at the theme parks.
That's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So make sure to support the people that support us, that support you, and we're all supporting each other. It's a big
Uh-huh.
symbiotic circle of support.
Yes. Support. Symbiosis. Period. Vacation
Well,
grocery delivery.
vacation grocery delivery. And this is not going to be our last affiliate. Hopefully we're going to make some other connections. We'll have some more exciting things to share with you in the future, but this is definitely the first. And so welcome to the team, Vacation Grocery Delivery. FL. Very cool.
.com.
.com.
I didn't know if we were going the whole thing, so I went for it.
Might as well.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
with that said, I think it's time, my friends, let's jump into the Walt Disney World news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time once again to check the headlines from the most magical place on earth. And we have scoured the internet so you don't have to. As always, if you'd like to follow along, you can go to DISMORNINGS.com and you can peruse at your leisure all the articles, the blogs. We've got a rumor tracker. We've got crowd calendars. We have everything you need at DISMORNINGS.com. And I just highly recommend checking it out because it's a cool website. But for those of you who are audio learners, let's go through this one article at a time. But first, I did want to share it. Last week, we were talking about, thank you to Landon once again for bringing up the fact that last week on the 14th, Space Mountain celebrated its 50th birthday. I like to say birthday instead of anniversary. Big 5-0. They lit up Space Mountain gold that night, which was beautiful. And I decided on a whim to leave work a little bit early and go over and ride Space Mountain to celebrate its birthday. And I actually, not only did I sing happy birthday to Space Mountain standing right in front of it in Tomorrowland, there was a video on Instagram. Make sure you go. Yeah, check out our Instagram, which is Morning Monorail, at Morning Monorail. But I sang, and then when I rode Space Mountain, I actually I was going to make a video singing it while the ride was going. Let me tell you, we know Space Mountain is a rough ride. We all know that. We get it. Let me tell you how hard it is to try to sing a song and video it while you're riding Space Mountain. Darn near impossible, but I gave it a shot.
Valiant effort, my friend. Valiant effort.
If you wonder why that video never surfaced anywhere.
Good job by you for trying. Also, can we back up to the point, Steffers, where he said he left work early so he could go sing happy birthday to a roller coaster?
Okay, but hear me out. If we lived locally, would we not do the exact same thing?
Oh, man, that would have been a dream come true. If the three of us could have done this together, because then we've got a whole, Space Mountain ride vehicle to ourselves. I'm sad I didn't take like a birthday hat. That would have been fun to have like a birthday.
Oh, you should have gotten a pin.
Yeah.
Like a guest relations pin that says happy birthday, and you should have just written Space Mountain. Is what you
Yeah.
should have done, but it's okay. Next time, next year.
Yeah, hindsight and all that.
Yeah, the next time you leave your job to go sing to amusement park attractions.
To be fair, it was like 4:30, but still, yeah, it was early.
Boss loves hearing this.
Fingers crossed my boss doesn't listen to this, but
this is fine.
They did discover my TikTok before TikTok was shut down, so anything is possible.
Pour one out for all of TikTok.
Yeah. So anyways, it was fun and it was good to be there. I took a few pictures. I even rode the Tomorrowland Speedway so I could get some different angles of Space Mountain all lit up in gold. Here's a lesson I learned much too late. When I walked over to the Tomorrowland Speedway, and we all know you're subjecting yourself to exhaust inhalation anytime you're around that attraction or especially riding it. But here's something I learned. It was a walk-on when I got there. And I was like, oh, great, perfect, because I don't want to wait for this ride. So I go get on. I'm driving my car. I got one of the slow ones. Great. So the person behind me is bumping me every like 2 or 3 seconds. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. It's to the floor.
Go around. Go around.
There's no going around. So we get back to the loading station, and I notice there's a backup of about like 10 cars in front of me that have not gotten up to where you can actually get off the ride yet. And I look up, and there's nobody in line for the ride. So here's a little tip for you, especially if you're a person who doesn't want to sit there and inhale exhaust for like 15, 20, some indeterminate amount of time. Don't ride the ride if there's no line, because they do not have an unloading plan if people are not getting on the ride, apparently. You have to
Wow.
You have to sit there. You have to sit there and wait for people to load on the cars in front of you to move, and then you can move up. So if nobody's loading, like literally I sat there in the car back like bumper to bumper with the car in front of me and behind me for at least 15 minutes, if not more than that, before we even moved.
Oh my gosh.
Not sustainable. Disney, please.
Yeah.
That feels like an oversight.
Right. So I had a headache. So
I bet
anyway.
you did. And that's not just from the dude constantly rear-ending you on the attraction.
I know. I had some words for that person.
Did you exchange theme park insurance after you got off the attraction? I would.
Yeah. Well, you see, Florida is actually a no-fault accident state. So
Of course you would say that.
They're just lucky I wasn't packing, because most people in Florida are.
It's a stand your ground state too. Yeah.
Anyways,
political jokes.
I know. So that little detour was fun. But anyway, I took advantage of the fact that it was the end of the night, and I was able to walk on a couple attractions. Of course, I did Haunted Mansion. I did Pirates. I enjoyed myself. And then on the way out, I had seen that day one of our we'll say community blogs had posted that there was a brand new Spirit jersey out that's solid black. And this is something that I've wanted for a while, because they have in the past, Disney has created black Spirit jerseys, but they might have white letters, or they've got like designs on them, or they have gold. I saw one with gold or glitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't exactly what I was looking for. This one specifically, black, just solid black. The D on the front is black, but it's like a little bit lighter. It's almost like a pewter color. And then the Walt Disney World across the shoulders is that same color. So this is perfect. This fits I mean, look at me today. If you're watching the video, this is my standard uniform. I like black. So
True.
I stopped in the Emporium on the way out, and I discovered half of the Emporium is under construction. Like, to the point where, and just so you know, this was after Happily Ever After, so you know it's busy in there. You could not move. You couldn't navigate. It was atrocious. I don't know what they're doing in there. It's mostly the side. If you remember kind of the layout of the Emporium, when you go in on the side that's closest to Cinderella's castle, it kind of opens up in the back towards like Casey's. That whole area is like closed off, and the only space available is sort of like a hallway's width if you go in right there. And then it opens up when you get in the rest of the store. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it definitely created a lot of extra congestion. So my recommendation to you is, while this is happening, if you plan on shopping, a lot of people kind of save their shopping until they're ready to leave the Magic Kingdom, because who wants to carry stuff with you all day? You might want to reconsider, just because it was kind of a nightmare. But if you do it, make sure that you use your mobile checkout. That way you don't have to stand in the lines. I did do that.
I think that's one of the best things Disney has added, because I don't utilize it in the parks, because I don't necessarily purchase things from the parks. I'll go to Disney Springs and I'll purchase some stuff there though, and that's something at World of Disney that I love, is that I literally, like, the line will be super long and I'm trying to buy this one tiny thing. Like, there's exactly a Chewbacca on my shelf somewhere somewhere
back there.
It's literally like the only thing I bought that day, and I was like, I don't want to stand in this line. Do I not get it? And then I was like, oh, mobile checkout. It was one of like the first times I've seen the mobile checkout, and I was like, easy peasy.
Yeah. Go. In the flagship stores, I highly recommend doing it, because the lines are always pretty long, like in the Emporium and Creation Shop, wherever you might be. So pull up your My Disney Experience app and just use the mobile checkout. It's super easy. You just scan the barcode or your tag on whatever you're buying, and then on your way out, there's always several of the places where you can stop and check in with a cast member. They'll after you pay, you'll get a QR code that the cast member will scan and verify that you paid, and then if you want a bag, you can take a bag. If not, you're good to go, and it's super easy. So highly recommend. But Black Spirit jersey acquired. And I'm thrilled with it.
Well, good job. Is that the only Spirit jersey you own? Because I've thought about it's like I can't pull off the Spirit jersey, and even though it's the black on black, and I do agree, very cool design, I still don't know if I could pull it off.
I think you could, man. This one, because I do have one other. I got one that's like a electric blue, and then the lettering on it is like a neon green. Because why not go totally opposite of my normal aesthetic and go very bright?
To be fair, you were an 80s kid at one point, and that screams being radical and to the extreme.
Exactly. It's totally tubular. And I actually bought it because I went, it was when they reopened the Walt Disney World Railroad. I went over there one day just specifically to ride the railroad. I get it. I live a charmed life. I can go to Disney just to ride the railroad.
So did you just take a long lunch on that day?
I took a long lunch. No, this was a weekend. This was a weekend date. But when I got there, the park was cold, and I wasn't prepared for that. So I bought that Spirit jersey, and it was the only one of the ones available that I was like, yeah, I'd wear that one, I guess. So I have that one. And then I also bought a Royal Caribbean one when I went on my cruise a couple summers ago. So I have 3, but 2 Disney ones. Yeah. I'm with you, Landon. I feel like typically Spirit jerseys, just the way they're cut, the way they hang, like it's just not necessarily my style. But I think this black one, it's a little different because black, it kind of it tricks the eye a little bit. Like black is slimming, black makes it, it's a little bit different. So I think it looks a little different when I wear it, and I don't know. I think you could pull it off. I'll just say that.
All right. Well, next time I'm down, assuming it's still in stock, I might give it the old try on there in whatever shop I find it in, and make that call. Because I am Spirit jersey-less, as it were.
Yeah, it's funny. I kind of feel like Spirit jerseys are associated with that's like classic Disney merch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely. Definitely.
I didn't even realize that they were available anywhere else. Like, it was a surprise to me when I saw that Universal also sold Spirit jerseys, but then I saw it on, the cruise, and I'm like, oh, so Spirit jerseys are just like everywhere. I didn't know that was a thing. But I was talking to Mae about it, and Mae was saying, because she's got one she doesn't really wear, and she was like, the thing about Spirit jerseys is they like the material is like a little bit, it's just not super soft, and that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like something a little more soft or stretchy or something, that's not a Spirit jersey. It's not scratchy, I would say, but it's like
thick.
They're thick and not breathable. Mm-hmm. I would say that. Yeah. So, anyways,
it's like, do you like sweatshirts? Do you like to kind of feel strangled by your sweatshirts? Well, boy, do we have something to wear for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of though. Kind of.
Yeah, that's true too, because the collars are kind of tight on Spirit jerseys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Last thing I wanted to say, because we did talk about these when they were introduced. Cosmic Rays has a couple new items on their menu, and I of course, I'm a fan of Sunny Eclipse, the biggest little star in the galaxy. If I have a chance, I love Sunny Eclipse. Big groupie. I travel all around the galaxy with him.
No, you're not a groupie. You're a Band-Aid.
I'm a Band-Aid. But I do like to catch a Sunny Eclipse set when I can. And so having the opportunity to try a new menu item afforded me that opportunity. I went over to Cosmic Rays and I tried the black garlic truffle Parmesan fries. And a Greek salad, because I love the Greek salad there. Let me just tell you, I was very pleasantly surprised by those fries. I don't know. I don't think I expected them to be bad, but I think I expected the truffle flavor to be a little lighter, maybe not quite as obvious. They're pretty garlicky and truffly. I mean, the flavor like really punches you right in the face, and that's what I'm looking for with truffle. So I really liked them. I wouldn't they're nowhere in the ballpark of the truffle fries you can get from like the Enchanted Rose or somewhere like that, because those are just untouchable.
Yeah.
But for a quick service black garlic truffle Parmesan fry, I like rating it on that scale. I'd easily give them 8 out of 10. Easily. They were great. Yeah.
High marks. Okay.
Yeah. And if you haven't tried that Greek salad, it's really good too. Looking for like a lighter, healthier option from a place like that. It's got grilled chicken on it. And also the salad has like Brussels sprout in it, which you don't normally get in a Greek salad. It's they're like thin slices of Brussels sprouts. It's really an interesting addition. So
It sounds delish.
they're good. Very, very good. It was a good night. It was a short night in Magic Kingdom. I still have not properly watched Happily Ever After since it's been back. I saw it from Liberty Square in this case on this night, but it wasn't my priority. At some point, I'm going to go specifically just to go and see it again. But, you know, if you're going to watch Happily Ever After the right way, you kind of need to stake out your spot and, you know.
Yeah, you do.
You got to commit time to that.
No, yeah. And sometimes more time than you're willing to commit. Therefore, you don't end up watching Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Now that you've said that, I don't actually know if I've seen it since it's been back.
Yeah. I know. It's funny because we all love it. I know, Landon, you're a Wishes guy.
Team Wishes till I die.
But
No, I saw Fantasmic instead. I made that call. I did not see Happily Ever After. I decided to see Fantasmic because it's been longer since I've seen it. Wow, I'm a fake fan.
fake fan. You've been
love to
exposed, Steppers.
Apologize on behalf of all of those who really advocated me and whatever. Yeah, no. I will see it the next time I go down. Ideally, hopefully. Listen, let's not talk about the next time I go down. Honestly, the next time I go down, it might be the next time you see Happily Ever After. So
We should do that. We should do that. I will hold off until I can watch it with you, Steffers. How about that?
Wow. Honestly, that's a real friend. Not a
Yeah.
hashtag fake fan, but a hashtag real friend.
Hashtag real friend. Yeah. We should experience it
Hashtag real
together.
friend.
You can watch me cry like a freaking
Oh,
baby, dude.
Forget about it. I won't be looking at you. I'll be hiding my tears. I can't help myself when I watch that show.
Like, no, I'm not crying. It's the Florida allergies.
I think I got ash and smoke in my eye.
Oh my goodness.
Every single time. Let me just tell you. You know what gets me is there's several parts that really get me, but one of them is the Tangled part where they start doing the lanterns and at last I see the light.
Such a softie. You're
it gets
such a
me.
softie, dude.
Yeah,
It's so
it gets
cute.
me. Tears. And
Tears
you know,
don't fall. They crash around me.
while we're speaking of tears, let's talk about shedding tears for something that's no longer with us.
Oh.
My friends, dreamers, DinoLand has gone extinct.
Oof.
It's finally happened. The meteor, we knew it was coming. Countdown to extinction. We've been saying it all along, and here it is. Officially on Monday, the walls went up. So if you didn't go on Sunday, I know we have a friend who actually, a mutual on the socials, who rode Triceratops Spin all day last Sunday.
Ooh.
I don't know how many rides he got in, but I think he might have been doing a charity thing. But anyways, yeah, DinoLand is gone. I saw an article that said on the last day of operation, all of the DinoLand specific prizes from the games were gone, and they were just giving out like generic, like Disney stuff.
I saw that too.
Yeah,
And I think I saw at one point Triceratops Spin had a wait time posted to the My Disney Experience app of 35 minutes.
What? First time it's ever happened in the run of that ride.
No.
Yeah, Dinosaur's still open, we should say, but it's kind of set off to the side of DinoLand. So
It's not the same. It's not, it's like a part of it, but it's its own. Yeah, it's not the aesthetic.
Yeah,
And there was being the past tense, an exit from Dinosaur to DinoLand USA that has since been walled off. I mean, Jay mentioned it. They moved fast between Sunday and Monday, putting those walls up.
They did. And I think on Monday they shot their promotional, like, groundbreaking stuff for the new Tropical America.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, right away they were throwing dirt on that corpse. So literally. Hey, something you may not know, but I know this just from behind the scenes knowledge. When they do those groundbreaking things, they bring in special dirt to like dig the shovels into. They're not actually, anyway, maybe that's not interesting. But
special dirt.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait, you can't just take the dirt that's on the ground. You have to bring in special dirt.
Well, because they'll usually place it on concrete. Like in DinoLand, it's concrete, or it looks like a parking lot. So they put a pile of dirt in there, and they brought in all these executives to dig shovels into the pile of dirt. They're not really digging the ground. Yeah, just ruining magic for everybody. One episode at a time.
I don't know if that's ruining the magic, more like a fun fact that makes you think, because like in my head I was like, don't they just, I guess I never noticed that they're like quote unquote digging on concrete. I always assume that they're in like a dirt pile. They like, in my head they just had a hole and they were like digging it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was concrete. So
Speak for yourself. The magic is ruined for me.
okay. I'm so sorry.
Well, one little piece of good news is that in the filling the void that DinoLand has left behind, there's a new entertainment act that actually debuted last week in DinoLand, and this is Eco-Rhythmics Drummers. Now, we say new entertainment, but really these are the drummers that you would have seen on the pontoon boats that were floating around during the COVID era when Disney introduced all the flotillas, like the characters going around Animal Kingdom. You could wave at them as they go by. So the Eco-Rhythmic Drummers were sort of the last vestige of those COVID era flotillas, and now that is also kind of sad because they're no longer going to be out there on the boat zooming around like passing Nomad Lounge while you're sitting out there on the patio. So, but you can see them. They haven't gone away completely. They're just set up, and the location is just in front of one of the walls. I think I didn't put where exactly you can find them, but if you're walking the path like from Discovery Island towards the Finding Nemo show. Oh, I see. Thank you, Steffers, for highlighting the notes multiple times daily near Cementosaurus. So that's the big, okay. So they have the big dinosaur statue that used to sort of almost be like the icon of DinoLand. They're going to be in front of that. There you go.
I'm really glad I could help out during this troubling time.
I need all the help I can get, clearly. I didn't know that dinosaur was called Cementosaurus.
I didn't either. And I questioned the historical accuracy on that name, Cementosaurus.
Yeah.
Is that a real dinosaur?
Well, dinosaurs aren't real, Landon. The Bible tells us that.
Once again, just ruining the magic. Gosh. Oh.
True. Also, I don't know if you said this because I, was too stuck on you trying to figure out where it was, but essentially it's eco because it's, I'm assuming, like an environmentally friendly kind of vibe where it kind of teaches you about how to reduce, reuse, and recycle, and they're playing some familiar Disney songs. So it's like the edutainment. Listen, They're bringing it back. They are low key bringing it back, which we'll talk about with one of the other articles you're talking about, which I have thoughts on, but it's fine.
Have you all ever stopped to watch the JAMMitors in EPCOT? They usually, they'll bring out like trash cans and stuff like that, and they use those as it's like watching Stomp or something.
Yeah, actually I have, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the JAMMitors.
Yeah, the JAMMitors. Yeah. See, it's fun and whimsical when they perform, but when I do it, my HOA says, Landon, you're causing a distraction.
Disturbance?
Mr. Doan, people are trying to sleep at this time. Once again, if we have to tell you this, we will call the police.
Yeah.
Correct. You do not get paid. You are not a paid actor.
Exactly. I'm doing it for free. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my own heart. By the way, Cementosaurus is not a real thing according to Google. So
I'm really glad that you Googled it.
Thanks for looking that up for us, Landon.
You knew it was gonna eat at him. It'll be like, is this really?
Oh
real?
yeah.
I just need to know.
I have a lot going on in my life, and Cementosaurus was going to be #1 with a bullet.
Well, I'm glad we resolved that. Done and done.
Wait, I want to do the next one.
Take it away, Steffers.
Okay, we're staying at the Animal Kingdom, but we also have, you already know that every single time some sort of animal news comes out, we have to talk about it. So, drum roll, pretend like that was a drum roll. Thank you. Baby otters were born at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Mae, an Asian small-clawed otter mom, gave birth to a litter of adorable, emphasis on adorable, pups back in early December. These tiny species of otters are the smallest in the world, and in the photos, which you can check out on the internet, you can see the mom taking care of one of her pups. Kevin, the dad to these new pups, is also actively involved in taking care of them. I thought Kevin was a girl, and now I'm lied to. So... Anyway, baby otters, we love them. You can't take one home. Don't
Oh.
try to go into the exhibit and try to take one. That's how you get banned for life. But you should check out some baby otters because we love baby animals. Actually, we love all animals, but like baby animals just are so cute. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And otters are maybe at the peak of cuteness, and baby otters.
honestly, though,
Are you
Mhm.
kidding me right now? Like,
Yeah.
just
I
even
think they're aggressive, though. I do think otters are aggressive.
that's probably true. Anything cute like that,
I mean,
you
in
can't trust that.
general, but like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, check it out. Go. If you go to Animal Kingdom and you get to see these baby otters in person, maybe take a little picky pick and tag us on the internet so I can see it because I don't live locally, so I can't just go, on my lunch or leave work early. Just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm unemployed. I don't have to leave work early.
You left work early long ago and never went back.
Also true. So, yeah, otters.
Okay, I mean, I obviously it's no secret to people who have like been part of the monorail for a very long time. They know I'm an easy crier. Anytime I watch anything, I'm probably going to cry. We just talked about it with Happily Ever After. Seeing the pictures of the baby otters and
You cried.
and seeing the new pictures of the 3 new lions on Kilimanjaro Safari, I'm not kidding. When I saw them, like I started getting misty-eyed. Like I can't help it. They're beautiful. I'm so happy that they're there. And
They are cute.
They're
Yeah.
so cute. Stop. They're so it's like a baby Gimli, but like an otter.
yeah, they're the cutest.
Imagine imagine a baby Zoe, but an otter. Hello? That's so cute.
Well,
That
if
is-
it's a baby Zoe like an otter, that isn't a baby.
No,
Okay,
Landon,
alright.
please.
Yeah, sorry. This has been a trying time. First, we find out Cementosaurus doesn't exist, and now we're debating if a baby Zoe is an otter would be a baby Zoe.
You gotta just know what I mean and not what I say. You ever
Okay.
just look at Zoe and think you're so cute, but when you were a baby Zoe, you were so much cuter, and then you look at these otters and you're like, oh, it's a baby Zoe. Never mind, I'm done talking.
Yeah, just keep digging. Just keep digging.
I know what I'm saying. On the cement. I'm digging special dirt on cement. And that's what I'm doing.
Well, go check out the baby otters for sure.
Yes.
I don't know that they're out there yet. The notes that we have said keep an eye out for them on Discovery Island in the
Coming
future.
months. Mhm.
But it never hurts to go visit the otter exhibit. I mean, every time you go, you're going to see cuteness happening, and then maybe you'll see babies.
Wait,
So-
but if you go to the conservation station, you could see them get like their like little baby little I don't know how you take care
That's-
of it, like their
yeah, maybe
vaccinations or something.
Maybe.
Their checkups.
Checkups, that's the word. Mhm.
Now, wouldn't that be the cutest little checkup ever? Oh my gosh. I can't
He's gonna
talk about it.
cry.
I'll cry again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jay, no.
Oh my God. It's
Pull
very
it together.
emotional today. Yeah,
If
so
anybody's doing that on this week's episode, it's not you. No.
the thing that got me about the new lions on the Kilimanjaro Safari, somebody made a comment about Mshango's like little baby mane that he has, and I was like, oh my God, he's so cute.
Oh boy.
It's gonna get me. Okay. I think that's all we had for Animal Kingdom today. So
That is.
why don't we hop over to something that, instead of being cute and warming our hearts, has disappointed us a few times in the past?
Wait,
I
hold
said
on.
I was sorry.
Okay, wait. We're gonna preface this by saying it has disappointed us in the past, but I think it's on the up in the future.
Well, that's exactly where I hope we're going.
Eh.
Of course, we're talking about CommuniCore Hall.
Yeah, I think we
love
all
the
kind
of
of knew where we
course.
was going. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's rewind for a second. When CommuniCore Hall was just in concept phase, we saw these amazing pictures of what it could possibly look like. And Disney told us that this was going to be a space that would be utilized for the festivals during the year. And it could change out, and there would be exhibits there, and it would be very, very cool and interactive. And up to this point, that hasn't really been the case, let's just say. But we still go in with open hearts and open minds and hope for the best. And we knew that Disney was saying, hey, Festival of the Arts is coming up, and we are going to use this space to put out an exhibit called 30 Years of Disney on Broadway. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. Trust us. So we're like, okay, Disney, you've burnt us before, but we're going to trust you. Well, along with Festival of the Arts starting last Friday, the 17th, CommuniCore Hall has reopened. And all the reports that I've seen, because I have not been able to go see it myself, I've seen the pictures, I've heard, from the people who have gone, that they actually built out the space pretty nicely. And one of the big parts of it is they sort of changed how it's lit for this exhibit as well. And the exhibit's lit. Can I just say that? Is that okay if I just say it's lit?
Sure.
It's
Sure. We haven't seen it, but yeah. Mhm.
It's mood. They've changed it to more like mood lighting, so it's not so like harsh, and it doesn't feel like a cafeteria or a doctor's office. And they've really like built out the entire space, so wall to wall, you've got exhibits of the 30 years of Disney on Broadway. So I feel very good about this, and I'm excited to go check it out. There was some talk of the Council of the Bobs going over and visiting Epcot today, but the weather outside is a little bit frightful for us Floridians. I'm not sure I'm going to go over there, but we will see. I'm excited to go check it out finally, and I have hope that this is the CommuniCore Hall that was at least promised to us or close to it.
I think this will utilize the space a lot better. Like, I think there was too much space for what they were trying to do originally, and I think this is a better utilization of the space that they actually have. And, it being lit a specific way, I think the ambiance, overall, I think it'll be less cafeteria hall and more immersive Disney experience that we want.
That's what we wanted. And maybe, who knows, maybe they got a little music playing in there.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that
music.
be nice? A little
That'd
mood
be
music.
cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
It doesn't really take that much to create a space. And it was like, all I'm going to say is it looks like Disney put the effort in that we expected them to for this. And I appreciate that. So,
Me too.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Do you want to take this next one, Steffers? This is pretty exciting.
Yes. We're moving to Animal Kingdom. That was honestly, that was our what?
You said Animal Kingdom.
I mean, does Magic Kingdom. Sorry. We're leaving Epcot and we're going to Magic Kingdom. Sorry, I was still thinking about the baby otters. Let's be real. I also have a tab open looking at the baby otters, so that's why my brain just
That's
just
fair.
went there.
That's fair.
There has been new concept art revealed for a princess float for the new Disney Starlight Nighttime Parade coming to Magic Kingdom. Disney has released some new concept art revealing a new float themed to princesses for the upcoming Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away Nighttime Parade coming to Magic Kingdom this summer. At Magic Kingdom, a nod to the past with our eyes firmly set on the future has become a bit of a motto for the creative team bringing this parade to life as they prepare for this all-new nighttime parade for its debut. The team is drawing inspiration from not only the rich history of nighttime parades at Magic Kingdom, but also some of Walt Disney Animation Studios' earliest animated features. So we could see it pays homage to Disney legend and artist Mary Blair's original concept artwork for Disney Animation Cinderella, anchored by a gleaming fountain of life that overflows to illuminate a cosmic ballroom. The float is just one piece of the constellation of classic and contemporary stories that make up this new parade. You can see moments from Moana, Peter Pan, Frozen, Encanto, and more, which will unfold on a bed of starlight as the cavalcade floods Main Street, USA, with some of your favorite tales. I will say this new concept art has Sleeping Beauty, Tiana, Cinderella, and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So, Slay, you know what we do need as part of this parade?
Moana? No, wait. No. We don't need Moana. We need...
It's Steffers. We need Encanto.
Mulan.
We need more Encanto.
I hate it here. Thank you, Justin. Yes, we need Mulan. Period.
Yeah.
Period. You know what it would be so cool is if they take a page out of Fantasmic and they have like a, I don't know how this would work Disney magic wise. So like just follow my brain here. But like a transition from Mulan, and I don't know, like she flips or something through like a middle partition, and then she's ping on the other side.
Oh,
That
that'd
would
be
be
kind of
cool.
cool.
That
Mhm.
would be kind of cool. Like you'd have to have two actors, which honestly Disney, like cast
What?
members need jobs.
Just do it's magical. They don't need two actors.
Okay, well, I don't know how that would work otherwise, but then you do like that, and then it's like a cool whatever. Anyway,
I
that's
like
my
that idea,
idea.
Steppers.
Disney,
Mhm.
there you go. Make it happen.
First, I want to give props to you for navigating the this line, constellation of classic and contemporary stories, because that's a lot of sounds all at
Mhm.
once that I probably would have tripped over. But you did great.
I
I'm
tried.
excited. I mean, like, I've been sold on this parade from the beginning. The Magic Kingdom has been sorely missing a nighttime parade for so long, and I'm excited for something brand new. I was to the point where I would have welcomed back Spectro Magic or the Main Street Electrical Parade or whatever they wanted to do. I just wanted a nighttime parade, but to be getting something all new is very cool. And I love the fact that Disney is gone trying to go more in this direction because they're saying it out loud, something that we've all kind of wanted. If you're going to bring something new in, at least pay homage to the past. It's okay to bring new stuff in, but definitely remember your roots. Remember what got you here, what people love.
Mhm.
Because I think, like we all said, that was the biggest thing that they missed with the 50th anniversary. And like, the shows, the entertainment, whatever they did for the 50th, it just felt like, wow, have you like totally forgotten the fans that have been here with you from the beginning? Like we pay homage to the past. We love that stuff. So I'm very excited to see that, and it makes me hopeful about like new stuff coming in even after this too.
I will
Yeah,
say,
1000%. Yeah.
I will say that listen. I know I'm an ish talker with Moana. I like Moana. Like Moana's a vibe. I just think like there are so many other
It's too much.
IPs yeah, I think that there are so many other IPs you need to give love to. Encanto, I don't like, but I understand that there's an audience for it, and I think that everything that they've done for Encanto, they've executed really well. And I
I
think
agree.
that the tropical Americas, like that whole thing, I think that that's a great idea for this. I mean, I don't know if I would put it there, but great idea for the space in a general sense. So listen, I understand I'm in a minority, but I can still appreciate it. Am I still gonna partake? Absolutely.
Yeah. Your
And
opinions are welcome here, Steffers. We
no,
celebrate.
I am excited to see. I'm hoping. Okay, listen, this is what I hope they do for this Encanto. I think they already gave a description, but maybe they didn't. I'm gonna pretend they didn't because I don't remember reading one.
Okay.
But I really want it to like, especially because it's a nighttime show, so the lights, but like a whole flowers vibe. Like it's kind of the whole, I don't know if the whole float needs to be flowers. Maybe it's a split thing. I'm really into this split so that you get
Mhm.
more for your bang. But a whole like lit up flower garden kind of vibe. And maybe she's on a swing.
Yeah.
I
I
think that would be cute.
I remember seeing Mirabelle in concept art for this parade, but I don't really remember much. And maybe Bruno was in there too, but I don't remember much else. It seems like
The
they go ahead, Landon. Sorry.
I, I'm hoping they lean more into the candle when it comes to Encanto. If this is going to be a nighttime show, it's like really like lean into the candle and like oh geez, that song that is in all I believe it's a
I know.
Spanish. Yeah, just having that song play, telling the story of what the candle meant to that family. Like,
Mhm.
I think that could be just really magical.
Yeah. Yeah, that would nail it too.
Wow.
Uh,
So many ideas.
we were coming up with our own parade at this point.
Listen, we can. Disney.
Yeah, we're open to be hired, but I'm glad that Disney is doing this. And to Jay's point, I love the fact that Disney is still continuing with what they've been doing recently. There's like, all right, yeah, we have these very popular IPs and Frozen, Moana, and Encanto's now starting to make its presence known in the park. And they're going to lean into that, but they're also remembering what made Disney Disney, and they're in fact name checking Mary Blair. Mary
Yeah.
Mhm.
Blair gets a shout out in this, and it's like, okay, if Disney is still going to give some love to what made Disney Disney back in the day, and it's kind of a marrying the old and the new. I'm very much looking forward to this nighttime parade.
Me too. Yeah, you're right. I think we might be seeing a little of a creative direction shift with Imagineers because something that we don't have in the article because this is a Disneyland thing, but it may end up impacting Orlando and the Magic Kingdom as well. Is the bride in the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland got updated?
It
And
did.
when I say updated, it actually got sort of reverted back to the original idea of the bride.
Mhm.
So, and in the original concept, it was less of a Black Widow situation and more of like a broken-hearted like bride who was just pining after her former loves. We went the direction of Constance Hatchaway, violent bride who kills all her husbands. And that's fine. I mean, but it's interesting. Like, it almost is this like a cultural shift of trying to be like less violent, less, and bring more of like a wholesome, because it's more of a sad story rather than like, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, what do you think about that, Landon?
I mean, laying it out the way you did with the Black Widow storyline that ran throughout the Haunted Mansion kind of made me realize that storyline kind of runs in a juxtaposition to the rest of the Haunted Mansion because they're these happy haunts who are throwing a swinging wake. They just want to have fun and they're here to party. And then, oh yeah, by the way, here at the end, here's this one bride who's been on a murder spree, and now if you believe the story that was told with Constance Hatchaway, throws you out of the attic and kills you, quote unquote, kills you. Maybe, I don't know. Again, it's
in game.
it's open to interpretation, but yeah, it's like I do think it is a possible interesting storytelling shift with what Disney could be doing in the future. Because I mean, like you said, right now this is just a Disneyland exclusive thing, but longest time, Hatbox Ghost was a Disneyland exclusive thing, and we saw him make his way to the Magic Kingdom not too long ago. So, what's not to say that the Black Widow, not Scarlett Johansson, will get a remake in the Magic Kingdom?
That would be interesting. You go to the attic and then there's Scarlett Johansson.
Like Avengers, we have to assemble. Let's go see her. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's just kind of an interesting change, but I think it's positive in a lot of ways because if really it's indicating we're going to go back to our roots a little bit, then I think that's all good.
Well, in the same vein, I saw somebody make this point. It was more of an opinion that I thought was interesting. It's like, I don't know if I necessarily agree with what they're saying, but I also don't know if I disagree with what they're saying. And maybe it'll make sense after I say it. Do you think it's time to remove Jack Sparrow from Pirates and go back to the way Pirates was?
Interesting.
Short of the whole auctioning off of women scene.
I was going to say, does that mean going back to the original auction scene? But also the other thing they've changed, by the way, is that when you're going through the raid scene, the ladies of the town are chasing the pirates instead of the other way around.
That is true. Yep.
Because that used to be the other way around. Really interesting. Like, but it's an idea that could happen because we know, like this, it kind of timestamps it. It's based on the pirate franchise, Johnny Depp. It ties them to this actor
exactly.
in that ride. So does it make a lot more sense to go more timeless and cut those ties? Because are they still getting the sort of like, I guess, positive reaction to that character in the ride that they did at the time? I don't know. That's a good question. I could see them rolling that back, actually. I don't know that that'll happen soon, but I could see that happening. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if I necessarily agree with the person that threw it out there, but I also don't disagree with why they threw it out there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a risk when you, anytime you bring like a specific, and this is Jack Sparrow. We all know it's Jack Sparrow, but it's Johnny Depp.
Yes.
You're tied to a specific person, and that's risky. That's risky for Disney. Because you never know when someone's going to get canceled. So it happens a lot. But yeah, that's a good question. I like to I like to think about that because I think that they would. I think going back to sort of us talking about like the auction scene and the raid and all that. I don't think they would change any of that, but
No.
the Johnny Depp stuff could maybe be taken away.
Well, and it's not necessarily him being quote unquote canceled or tying it to a particular face actor being canceled. I mean, it's like, just what's the cultural significance of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with Captain Jack Sparrow? Because I mean, like, we haven't had a new entry in that film franchise in several years, and the last few that we did get didn't really perform all that well at the box office and weren't really that well received from fans.
Yeah. Aren't they trying to bring it back?
There's been some rumors that they might reboot it away from the Captain Jack character, but honestly, I kind of feel like if they do bring back that franchise and it is somewhat successful, I think it would just be a matter of time until it's like, oh, savvy, here I am, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow again. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we will see. I think he's a fun character. I like those movies, but yeah, I think just are they as culturally significant anymore? Probably not. It's been a while. So maybe time to move on. But we all love timeless villains. And I'm trying my best here.
What a segue. What a segue.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I know, but that segue was so funny.
Well, and it sort of ties into the conversation about Constance Hatchaway as well, because I think a lot of times Disney villains, yes, they have their nefarious, intent and things like that, but they're also kind of silly and fun, and they're hapless. Like there's really no, and they're not like actively killing innocent people. Typically. So Disney villains have a huge fan base. We know that coming soon, maybe 2030, who knows, to the Magic Kingdom, we're going to have Villains Land unless somehow that disappears. But before that,
they're at least moving dirt, we hear, right? And it's special dirt, we found out today.
Special dirt. Yeah.
Special dirt. I'm just
magical
saying.
Special dirt.
Yeah. But before that happens, we are going to get a villain show in Disney's Hollywood studios. And last week, apparently Disney thought it was the week to release new concept art. We got some additional looks at what this show could be like when it opens in Disney's Hollywood studios. So we've talked about this before. I don't think Disney's done a great job at naming things lately. The Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. I don't love that name.
Yeah, that's not great.
But I'm excited for the show. And here's what Disney has said about the show to this point. If you ask them, our villains would probably try to convince you that they've been treated pretty unfairly over the years. In this show, the Magic Mirror has summoned us to hear them out. Never once to let a dramatic performance pass them by, fiendish foes Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent will break through the glass and take the stage to prove once and for all why they are the most misunderstood. In the end, it will be on you to make the final call in a delightfully wicked finale filled with dozens of the most infamous evildoers awaiting your decision from within the mirror's realm. Do we get to vote? Is there going to be like a voting function at the end?
That's really what it sounds like. Yeah, there's going to be like some American Idol aspect of it. It's like going to be a no from me, Maleficent.
All right, show of hands. Who thinks they've been treated unfairly? Nobody. A dedicated team has spent nearly 2 years developing the cutting-edge stage design, thrilling effects, and catchy live musical numbers that will celebrate the villains we love to hate. There will be drama. There will be laughs. There will be blood. Oh, there will be something for everyone when the show opens this summer. Coming very soon.
Me checking to see if it said blood in this article. I was like, huh?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't say there will be blood.
Okay, wait. I want to say this, and you can tell me I'm completely off base.
Okay.
But when you said the Magic Mirror has summoned us to hear them out, all I could picture was the pre-show to Shrek 4D.
Well,
yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Steffers just ruined it for all of us now.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I think the show will be completely different. Obviously, when you said Magic Mirror has summoned us to hear them out, all I could think about was the pre-show, and then Pinocchio going, and then Gingy coming on the screen like, and then no, it's fine. Anyway, I think this could be a really fun show. I'm hoping it's more not I'm not this isn't a dig at this, but I think it's just a different vibe. I hope it's less Monsters Laugh Floor and more like Frozen Ever or whatever it's called. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Frozen Ever After. Is that what it's called? That sounds
Uh,
wrong.
it's like
Frozen
Frozen Forever After. I
Frozen,
think.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, okay. I was
that
like,
thing.
that didn't sound right. Whatever I was gonna say. I'm hoping it's more like that kind of vibes, just still personable, but
Yeah.
also like I just don't think Laugh Floor is the kind of because you guys said something about
Voting.
voting. Yeah, for some reason I went like Laugh Floor because it's like interactive in that way. I think this could be a really cool show.
I think so
Mhm.
too.
Yeah. Though
Ooh.
I am kind of worried. Y'all have seen the stage show for Not So Scary with the Sanderson sisters, and they summon all the villains.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fine stage show, but I kind of feel like if you've seen it once, there's really no draw to see it again. I really hope it's not in the same vein of this, where it's just like here comes Hades, and he's gonna sing his song about why he was misjudged. Oh, here comes Oogie Boogie. He's gonna sing his song
Well,
why he was misjudged. Here comes Captain Hook. He's gonna break
so
dance and sing a song about why he was misjudged.
I haven't seen the Frozen show, and I think this also counts for the Beauty and the Beast. Maybe not. I don't know. You can correct me, but I feel like there are aspects of those shows that make them rewatchable. Like I'm hoping that this show is quote unquote feel good, even though it's a villain show. Whatever, feel good enough. So there's rewatchability. I don't think Disney would do all of this just for it to be like oh, you've seen it once, you've seen it, like you don't need to see it again. So
Mhm.
maybe that's like rotating villains or highlighting different villains on different shows. I don't know what that would even look like. Honestly, it could just be the same exact show every single time, but somehow it's still rewatchable. I don't know, but I mean,
Well, it's
I'm
like to your point, we're name checking and comparing. Maybe it'll be like the Frozen sing along show. It's like that show is the same every time you see it, but
mhm.
the storytellers are different, and the storytellers bring a new element
Yeah.
to it, a
Yeah.
rewatchability. So maybe
Yep.
Disney is going to go in the same vein as that,
Mhm.
because in this readout from Disney, it name checks a couple specific villains, but then in at the end of it, it says the quote delightfully wicked finale is filled with dozens of the most infamous evildoers. So that's implying that it's not just going to be Cruella, Captain Hook, Maleficent, and the people that they specifically call out. It kind of feels like it's going to be everybody from across Disney movies.
Hear
Yeah.
me out. What if they added Pete? That's his name, right? Pete?
Are you
Pete
talking
is
about
his
like
name.
Sideshow Pete, the
Sure.
one from the Mickey
Pete.
shorts and stuff?
Yes, the one from the
Okay.
Mickey short. Okay, yeah. I was like, that is the name. Pete
Yeah,
sounds
it's
right
Pete.
to me. Yeah. What if
And
they
then
added
later,
Pete?
a goofy movie and a goofy show.
Was he called Punxsutawney Pete at some point, or am I just mixing
Bless
that
you.
up?
I
Better
think
know.
you might be making that up.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google it, but that sounds.
It
I don't know.
sounds fun.
It sounds fun,
It's
but
just
like,
fun to say.
talking about history. You know what I mean? Like we were just talking about how the history in the past, like that would be a cute little homage to. No, all
Mhm.
right, I'm gonna stop.
Well, no, I think you don't have to stop, Steffers. I agree with you. Here's what I think. I think that all these ideas that we're pulling together are going to sort of be involved here because if I'm reading the tea leaves, what I think is going to happen, you've got Cruella DeVille, Captain Hook, and Maleficent. They're the hosts of the show. I know the magic mirror is pulling us in. Great. But they're really going to be the host of the show. And I would imagine they are going to have mics on. And I say that because, not to ruin magic, but a lot of times in shows like this, the characters on stage are not mic'd. And so they are acting along to a soundtrack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that that won't be the case with these characters. They're gonna because they specifically picked characters that have a lot of attitude here, and so I could see them sort of hosting the show in almost a ad libby sort of way. And that means that each time they can kind of play off the crowd, they can play off each other, and then they, who knows? Maybe each show you do get like a different featured. They're like, now we're gonna bring in Gaston to come tell you something, why he was misunderstood. And maybe it does change up. But then the end, what I would have to believe that at the end, the dozens of villains are going to be, it's going to be like a video kind of a thing. They're
Yeah.
not all going to be on stage.
Yeah, probably projections through different mirrors, if I would imagine.
Yeah. But I could see them keeping it fresh by having, today we're going to feature Jafar. He's going to come in and make an appearance. And then that would make it really fun and fresh and keep it different. And my hope is that this is a show that like they execute well, and it is something that ends up getting lifted and shifted to the Villains Land as sort of like their stage show that they have in that area. So could be. I mean, if it works well and they execute it right, like why not keep it alive?
And I mean, like once Villain Land opens in 2037, whatever it is, it would feel kind of out of place if a villain stage show was over here in Disney Hollywood Studio, while Villains Land is here in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because
connect it, and it would give you something to do in each park that ties in something you love.
Yeah, but like I like uniformity. I would want, and I think based on we have no confirmation of this, but based on everything we've heard, this is like a temporary thing here, and it is sort of like a test for the villains. So, and the whole concept of Villains Land is, this is where they all are. So it would make, it makes total sense for that to happen.
Yeah, this is where the villains have been hiding this entire time, in Lightning McQueen's garage.
Yeah. They've been huffing exhaust about as long as I was when I rode Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yeah, no wonder they're angry. They're so high.
Oh my God. You lose a lot of brain cells in those situations.
Joke's on you. I don't have any.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty excited about this show. I will definitely go check it out when it opens. And it's interesting. So I was talking with Dr. Jacqueline about this show, and her take on it was all the concept art. It looks like the theater and the seating and all that, there's like way too much for the size that theater actually is. And it does look pretty big. I mean, the concept art looks like there are hundreds of people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I do not think that space is big enough for that. So
no, I don't think so either.
Yeah. So we'll see what it looks like when they really get it going. But it already is set up I don't think you all ever went to the Lightning McQueen show, and I don't blame you.
Can't say I have.
But it was screens like in the round, basically. You had Lightning McQueen in front of you, but everything else was like walls of screens. So they could utilize some of that, I'm sure. The seating was benches. It was like aluminum benches. It felt like you were going to like a assembly in the gym or something in high school.
Or more accurately, maybe you were going to a NASCAR event, Jay.
NASCAR. That wouldn't be enough seating for NASCAR.
I don't know. NASCAR isn't the draw it was back in the day. So, I mean, maybe it would.
Could be.
Yeah, there are dozens of them now.
True.
All right. That's all we had in the notes for today. I think that we can probably call this one a podcast.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Really exciting stuff. We got a lot going on, and there'll be a whole lot more to talk about next week, I'm sure. But a couple things that we need to make you aware of as we head out the door here. One of them is you can now visit livingwiththelandon.com for your one-stop shop for all things Living with the Landon. That's where you can find the merch. You can find all the information about the fundraiser. And there's a form at the bottom where you can sign up to make your pledge, where you will determine, I'm going to pledge $1,000 for every time that Landon rides Living with the Land. And then if you do that, that's very kind of you. And Landon makes like 20 rides on Living with the Land, then that's $20,000. That's easy math. Now, if you wanted to donate like $2, then you could translate that to 40. Thank you to all those who have already donated. We actually have like a nice little stack of pledges already in the inbox. So I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to all of you signing up to be part of that. We're raising money for a very good cause. It's Second Harvest Food Bank, specifically East Tennessee, specifically the Food for Kids program. We're going to make sure that kids get fed, and Landon's going to do that by riding Living with the Land as many times as he can on April 1st. So, also the form is set up so you can make a one-time donation as well. So if you choose to do that, We will email you back. So here's the idea. You fill out the form. After Landon completes the event on April 1st, we're going to email all of you back to let you know how many times he rode Living with the Land and how much you will donate. And then we'll give you the instructions on how specifically to do that. So it's all up to you. This is the honor system. I don't know why you'd want to lie about giving money to kids. I don't think you're doing that.
Yeah. I don't think they will either, Jay, because we have the best listeners in the podcasting game.
Yeah.
True.
So we trust you, and thank you for being part of it, and thank you for supporting us. As Steffers mentioned, we're going to be, actually, I don't know that you mentioned this. Someone did. We're on camera. We're videoing this episode today.
Oh, yeah, I did mention it earlier. Yes.
Good. We're going back to YouTube. We promised we were doing that. We're going back to YouTube. So check out Monday Morning Monorail on YouTube. And we are at Morning Monorail pretty much everywhere else, but no longer TikTok. Wah, wah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it for my plugs. Let's talk about your plugs. Steffers, what have you got going on? I know you're blowing up on Twitch, aren't you?
I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot, but also like enough, it's all good. Adventures with Steffers. I would love. I'm going to just say love one more time. Your support. If you could also subscribe to my YouTube, Adventures with Steffers. I am posting, right now it is gameplay of my playthrough of Final Fantasy. If you like Final Fantasy, get on in there, watch it, love it, list it, like it, whatever.
Love it or list it.
Love it or list it. I will say, ideally, I'm going to get into cooking videos because I will be doing some cooking streams. So that is the direction. And then if people at some point care about life, like maybe I'll vlog, but it's mostly going to be gaming and cooking when I get to that point. And then I am on Threads is honestly the best place to reach me. Adventures with Steffers on Threads, Adventures with Steffers on Instagram. I have Blue Sky, but it's Steffers. It doesn't. Yeah, I post almost everything everywhere. So, Threads. If you want me to respond, Threads.
We're living in like a whole new world in 2025.
We really are.
All new plugs, all new things. It's crazy.
Yeah. If you care about my gaming journey, I also have a Discord server. We also have a Morning Monorail Discord server if you want to get in there. If you want to talk theme parks, Morning Monorail. If you want to talk gaming and the random things that I do in my day-to-day, we have a Penguin Discord.
I would want to say there's gaming talk that happens in the Morning Monorail Discord as well.
Listen, that's not my fault.
That's not my fault. I'm not mad at it. People can talk about whatever they want in the Morning Monorail Discord. I'm not putting anybody in the penalty box anymore.
I put everyone in the penalty box. So don't do anything. No, you can do it.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything. Wow.
That's an interesting plug.
Yeah.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything bad. Banhammer. Bad. Naughty. Not good. But yeah, no, a lot of people have been sharing some different links to different Disney things. So it's really exciting. And there's like merch alerts if people see like new merch and stuff. So it's pretty exciting. Y'all should check us out. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Check us out. And you can check out Landon. Where can we do that?
THEDOZ, Landon on Blue Ski, Landon Doan. I'm the best, Landon Doan, not the rest. That's where you get me 380 characters at a time on Blue Sky. I also appear on the Phil Show, News Talk 98.7 WOKI radio station locally here in Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at newstalk987.com. Also available in the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 987 app as well. But I have been making sporadic appearances on the Phil Show, and this week will probably continue to do so. Hopefully this is the last week that my sporadic schedule will continue, because over the last month, I've been having some stuff going on in my personal life, and last week my dad passed away, and it's just been really hard. And I know a lot of y'all have reached out, and you've been praying for me, my family, and my mom along the way, and it means a lot. But when I said we have the best podcasting, we had the best fans in the podcasting game, I truly mean that. And thank y'all. But we'll be here every Monday to make y'all laugh about fun little stuff down in Orlando, Florida. But breathe, have a little bit of fun. If you do both of those things, that'd mean the world to me. I'll talk to y'all next week. Love you, mean it. Love you, Dad.
Love you, Papa Doan. Love you, Landon. This one's for the Big Frank.
Yeah.
Absolutely keeping you and your family in our thoughts and prayers. And thanks again to all of you who've reached out and support. It really means a lot. And life happens. Like real life happens to us too. And we manage through it as best we can. But the way that we get through a lot of hard stuff is community. I say it all the time. So lean on each other when you need to. And you can lean on us. And we will be here next week with another Monday Morning Monorail podcast. We love you all so much. You're the best. Please, if you haven't already, join the Monday Morning Monorail family on Facebook and hang out with us all week long. And you know what? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'll be back here again next week. We'll be on your podcasting apps. And we'll be happy to see you then. But until then, thank a team member. Thank a cast member. Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.